Hello, everyone. My name is Maggie, and this is my informative speech for CMSD spring of 2020-21. My informative speech is about my career. I am a personal property repossession agent. For short, we'll call it a repo agent. I used to care about what people thought about me until I tried to pay my bills with their opinion. That is a direct quote from Fahar Gray, which is a black businessman, self-made millionaire, and a motivational speaker. As a personal property repossession agent, I have been in this industry for 5 years now. Prior to this, I managed a truck stop and a child care center, so it's a little bit different kind of world, but I love it. I honestly do. I manage several offices of repossession drivers and agents. I work closely with debtors and lien holders, finance companies, and dealer auctions. Everybody knows that with the current financial climate, making payments on things is difficult. You've bought a car on a loan, you've bought a couch on a loan, you bought a boat, a jet ski, airplane. Everything makes payments. When you fall behind in your payments, the lien holders, or the people who make your contracts for payment, need their possessions back so they can resell it. And that's where people like me come into play. We go out and seek out your property that you've purchased on credit, and we bring it back to the lien holder, or oftentimes we bring it back in time enough that you can actually make payments and keep your possessions. We all know somebody who's had a car repoed or had to surrender a car due for financial reasons, or a motorhome or something, and it's always a sad situation. We feel bad for those people, we really do, but this is how we make our living. This is how I make my living. The media portrayals are often really wrong. If you guys have ever watched anything like Lick Lizard Towing or repoman.com, he does a lot of things. Often what's portrayed in general in the media is done for dramatic effect. It's like any other show. It's like A&E's, Deadliest Catch. The jobs are difficult, they're hard, they're something people would be interested in because it's not a typical job that most people would have, so they become entertaining. However, the media portrayal of things like a repo agent is very different from what we actually do in real life. Our daily is about interacting with customers. We have forwarding companies that go out and knock on doors and say, hey, you're behind in your payments. We're going to come get your car. We're going to let you take your personal property out. We're going to work with you to help get a hold of your finance company to see what you can do about redeeming your personal property or redeeming your vehicle. So a lot of my job is about interacting with people. It's about interacting with finance companies, with credit unions, with forwarding companies, with lien holders, with transporters, with drivers. It's what I do all day. So how do you become a repo agent? State of Washington has a certification process that allows you, and it's just for safety reasons about how to properly chain cars and things like that. State of Washington has certain guidelines we have to follow as drivers, as personal repossession agents. But mostly you get into this industry by being in this industry. Somebody who needs a driver, and it's really simple. You hook up a car, equipment's all works for you. You need ability, basic general knowledge of how the financing companies work and how all of this comes together to pay your bills. So really, this job's not all it's cracked up to be. People think of repo agents as big, scary, gross guys coming out in the middle of the night to hook up your car and take it away. All your stuff's in it. And yeah, that is part of what happens in our industry. It really is, but it's often typical not like that. People I deal with are very forthcoming. They know this is going to happen. They've been in contact with the financial companies. Oftentimes we repossess vehicles based on a death in the family, or somebody who isn't able to keep their vehicle for whatever reason, so they'll have it voluntarily surrendered, and that's always an option. It's it's a very impersonal job. I come in contact with people a lot. I repoed a minivan a couple of weeks ago, a lady with 3 kids, out of a parking lot in a grocery store. I made sure that her children and herself were safe. I helped them clean all their possessions out of their car. I waited until somebody was there to come get her. So it's important that my drivers and myself, we remain professional at all times. We don't cuss, we don't swear, we don't destroy property, we don't do any of those things that would escalate an already sensitive situation. There is actual danger in this job. People do get hurt. And it's like any other job. We run tow trucks, industrial sized tow trucks. A couple weeks ago in Cowlitz County, a tow truck driver who was hooking up a car was hit and killed. A good friend of mine, known him personally for many years, was hit and killed on the freeway by somebody who couldn't move over. There's more to that story, but I won't tell you. So much of my job is about attitude and assertiveness and aggressiveness. If you're aggressive, people are aggressive back. So we just remain calm and professional at times. This is my job. This is how I choose to pay my bills, to feed my children, to do what I need to do in life to get ahead. It's a really fun profession. It really is. It's about putting yourself out there and meeting all kinds of different situations every day. It's about the people that you get to come in contact with. Over the course of this 5 years, we've met some really, really cool people where we've taken their vehicles, or we've just met some really awesome mechanics and shop workers and so forth and so on. So just kind of to recap, repossession is not an easy industry. It's time consuming. It's a lifestyle. It's not a job. And the media portrayals don't help. The things that they do on like lick lizard towing or repo stands, those are dangerous activities. People are literally escalating situations dramatized for TV. And so they're escalating situations that don't need to be escalated and putting themselves in danger and their customers as well. And it's all about interactions with people, with customers, with debtors, and the general public. Treat others how you want to be treated, right? The golden rule. So that's a lot of what we do here. If anybody's interested in getting in this industry, I would love to talk to you. If there's something you'd like further explained, please feel free to ask me. It's a way of life. It's a way of life. It really is. And it's a sensitive situation and topic for a lot of people. So a lot of people don't really think about it on a daily basis about what repossession, property, and agents do. So feel free to ask me any questions or give me any feedback. Thanks.